So what I wanted to share with you is just a little bit about why you might always be wanting another guitar pedal. Why you always want to change your tone, why you always are looking for a new pedal. This right here that I just played is my Wampler modded Blues Driver. It's a fantastic pedal. The Blues Driver by itself, the Wazacraft one, the old ones, they're fantastic pedals. They sound great. They're very amp-like. They have a huge cult following. There's a ton of players that play these. Here's the thing, though. This pedal, as iconic and wonderful as it is, kind of has its sound. And what I mean by that is that you can dial in more gain. You can dial in less gain. But it sounds like a Blues Driver. You got a tone knob here, which helps to tame some of those high frequencies. Can make it warmer, brighter. That's about all you can do as far as shaping its tone. It is its tone. It's a great tone, but it is its tone. When I developed the Man of War, this pedal, and I'm not suggesting you should get this pedal. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to say maybe you might want a pedal that has a little bit more tone control. Because what I wanted to do when I made this was create something that sounds good, but also gives you a lot more freedom as far as the tone that you're getting, and especially around the mid frequencies. So that's why this has a boost and a cut mid knob, but also you can adjust where that frequency of boost and cut is. So I can kind of emulate a Blues Driver. I'm not going to claim it sounds like the Blues Driver. But I can also, if I get tired of that sound, I can boost some of the mid frequencies here and get a completely different tone. Or I can back them off and get a completely different tone depending on the situation, depending on the song. I don't know if you guys ever had like a bad tone day, like a bad hair day. I always have a bad hair day. But I've had bad tone days when my Blues Driver just doesn't sound good. I don't know what causes it. Is it the power? Is it my own perception? I don't know. I don't know what it is. But we've all had that as guitar players, where the tone that we had yesterday, exactly the same settings, same amp, same guitar, everything, just doesn't sound right. There's nothing you can do if you have a pedal that can't adjust its mids, or if you have a pedal that can be a little bit more adjustable, you could try to get a better tone day, if that makes sense. So I also have a Rat pedal here, and this is my Rat pedal, another iconic, amazing pedal. This thing has tons of distortion. You can get fuzz tones out of it if you crank this all the way up. But again, it does the Rat thing, and it sounds like a Rat. And you can filter out some of the high frequencies. Get it going here. But, again, if I get tired, that's a good sounding pedal. If I get tired of that sound, I have to have a completely different pedal in order to get a different sound. And so that's probably why people will acquire many, many different pedals, Rats, Klon clones, Blues Drivers, the OCD. That's why there's so many pedals out there on the market. And I think that's a good thing, by the way, is because each of them kind of has its own sound. Does this one have its own sound also? I'm not saying that this can do anything. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that maybe you might want to look for a pedal that has more controls on it, particularly in the mid frequencies. See if I can emulate the Rat here. I don't have my headphones on like I was going to, but Let's see if I can get kind of a radish sort of sound here. But again, because I can control that mid frequency, I can control where that mid boost is happening. So I can get it right there, where I can get it here, where it's a little brighter. I can get it where it's a little darker. And I haven't even messed with the treble. And I can really adjust and fine tune where my tone needs to be. Kind of scoop the mids a little bit. But if you scoop the low mids, what actually ends up happening is the upper mids come out a little bit more. And then adding in some bass. You might not be able to hear that on a phone, but in the room I can really hear the low end there. Now you might not want that if you're trying to cut through a mix, but you might want it to add thickness to your band overall. I don't know. But the point is, these are designed to have a certain sound. This one is designed to be your sound. And it's transparent and it has a flexible EQ on it. And that might help you figure out exactly what sound you're looking for and figure out exactly, be able to adjust it on a day-to-day basis. Now, again, I'm not suggesting you should get this one. Like, I think it's a great pedal. I think that you'd enjoy it. But my point is, if you find something that's a little bit more transparent, rather than going with something that is just kind of its one-shot thing. Now, these are versatile versions of that one-shot thing. I know they're more versatile than I'm letting on here. But you can't adjust any of the mid-frequencies on either of these two pedals. And you can't adjust the low frequencies. All you can adjust is just the highs, how much distortion. That's pretty much it. And then how loud they are. Where if you have a more robust pedal, or even an EQ pedal, but then now you have two pedals on your board, then you end up having a lot more control over your tone, and you can make a little adjustments to avoid those bad tone days. Anyway, just thought I would give you guys a little bit of thoughts on that. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later.